a body of broken bones. You and I and all men were made to find our identity in the one mystical Christ, in whom we all complete one another, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the age of the fullness of Christ. When we all reach that perfection of love which is the contemplation of God in His glory, our inalienable personalities, while remaining eternally distinct, will nevertheless combine into one, so that each one of us will find himself in all the others, and God will be the life and reality of all, omnia in omnibus Deus. God is a consuming fire. He alone can refine us like gold, and separate us from the slag and dross of our selfish individualities, to fuse us into this wholeness of perfect unity that will reflect His own triune life forever. As long as we do not permit His love to consume us entirely and to unite us in Himself, the gold that is in us will be hidden by the rock and dirt which keep us separate from one another. As long as we are not purified by the love of God and transformed into Him in the union of pure sanctity, we will remain apart from one another, opposed to one another, and union among us will be a precarious and painful thing, full of labor and sorrow, and without lasting cohesion. In the whole world, throughout the whole of history, even among religious men and among saints, Christ suffers dismemberment. His physical body was crucified by Pilate and the Pharisees. His mystical body is drawn and quartered from age to age by the devils in the agony of that disunion which is bred and vegetates in our souls, prone to selfishness and to sin. All over the face of the earth the avarice and lust of men breed unceasing divisions among them, and the wounds that tear men from union with one another widen and open out into huge wars, murder, massacres, revolution, hatred, the slaughter and torture of the bodies and souls of men, the destruction of cities by fire, the starvation of millions, the annihilation of populations, and finally the cosmic inhumanity of atomic war. Christ is massacred in His members, torn limb from limb. God is murdered in men. The history of the world, with the material destruction of cities and nations and people, expressed the interior division that tyrannizes the souls of all men and even of the saints. Even the innocent, even those in whom Christ lives by charity, even those who want with their whole heart to love one another, remain divided and separate. Although they are already one in Him, their union is hidden from them because it still only possesses the secret substance of their souls. But their minds and their judgments and their desires, their human characters and faculties, their appetites and their ideals, are all imprisoned in the slag of an inescapable egotism which pure love has not yet been able to refine. As long as we are on earth, the love that unites us will bring us suffering by our very contact with one another, because this love is the resetting of a body of broken bones.